Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Sunday, the PSS Transportation team won the East Brunswick Men's Recreational Softball Championship, played at the Frank Pennock Field at Bicentennial Park. Rain relocated the Monday night concert from the gazebo to the library, where residents heard the country western sounds of Eagle Creek. Monday night, neighbors of St. Bartholomew's asked the town council to encourage the church to hold its annual fair at the fairgrounds next year. These stories and more this week, including a few scenes from an original play produced by the Children's Summer Theater, an explanation from Pegi Howes about why some of your squash blossoms bear no fruit, the results of an opinion survey taken at Crystal Springs, has it lived up to expectations, and a rap by some of the summer scene teams. But first, here's a look at programming next week on Channel 8. Combine weights and aerobics for an all-over workout Monday morning at 10. That's with Lenore Kulik on Look Great, Feel Great. Stories from the library follows at 10:30. Youth Services librarian Carol Phillips reads stories about elephants to local preschoolers. This month, the Just Kidding crew goes on location to George Street Playhouse and Magnifico's ice cream stand. The Snake Man makes an appearance too. That's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Tuesday night's lineup also includes You and Your Money with Paul Hansen at 7:30. Paul and his guests Peter Carone and Alex Natalini discuss mortgage alternatives in a low-interest environment. At 8 o'clock, Judith Lebline looks at some right choices for township tots and youngsters on Exercise the Right Choice. She checks out Discovery Zone at Mid-State Mall and Quality Time Playhouse at Loman's Plaza. The science curriculum in East Brunswick schools is the focus of Wednesday night's Spotlight on Education beginning at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, Teen TV presents highlights from the 1994 EBHS Senior Variety Show, Athletes on the Air, and tips on how to pocket a pool ball. A new edition of This Week in East Brunswick returns Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And at 7:30, Pegi Howes visits East Brunswick farmers Kelly Kellerman, Jim Giammarise, and Hillary Zielinski on Farm Markets, Families, and Friends. For information about local nonprofit events this summer, watch the Channel 8 Community Bulletin Board.
Sunday marked the culmination of the East Brunswick recreational men's softball season. The township coordinates two groups, the Twilight League and the Sunday morning 9 a.m. League. These are the first and second place winners of the morning league. East Brunswick Exxon with Captain James Gallimbardo came in second, and PSS Transportation with Captain Don Odato captured the championship. The leagues are slow pitch, unlimited arc, and at least half of each team must be East Brunswick residents. Games are played on East Brunswick Township fields, this one on the Frank Pennock Field at Bicentennial Park.
It's summertime. Instead of being couch potatoes, we have fun here at camp. We
play tennis,
go to the beach,
and other trips too, every day.
So join us here at camp. We also have cool counselors like Paul
and Marco.
And remember, keep kids clean.
At Monday night's Township Council meeting, proponents of a much-talked-about early morning child care program continued their argument with the mayor and council over the need of the program. Members of a group who call themselves Parents for Extended AM Child Care questioned why such a program could not be started in September. Those parents want to be able to drop off their children at school beginning at 7 a.m. because many have to leave for work that early. Mayor Ira Oskowski is not convinced of the need for this type of program, citing lack of statistics to support the plan. The mayor said that this program should be sponsored by the public schools, but school officials decided not to offer the early child care. Mayor Oskowski also said that if the township does approve the early morning program, that it must be self-supporting through fees paid by parents.
If the township undertakes this task, it is my understanding that there are different guidelines which are more comprehensive and the costs associated therewith may be greater. I will stick with that as an administration. My administration supports that it must be self-supporting. I think the residents in general support that type of program.
Even though parents need the plan to begin in September, the mayor wants more information to determine the feasibility of the project. If the township implements the program, it could happen sometime in the 94-95 school year. In other council news, some residents who live near St. Bartholomew's Church on Riders Lane complained to the council about the level of noise at the parish's annual carnival held in July.
Believe me, I am not opposed to carnivals. I even went to St. Bartholomew's Carnival. I am not opposed to events for children. I am not opposed to fundraisers. I am opposed to outlandish noise in a residential area. I am opposed to tractor trailers and loudspeakers in a residential area. I am opposed in this town to circus-like activities in a residential area.
The noise level is absolutely horrendous, as Brent has mentioned. Generators run not 8 hours a day, but 24 hours a day. If you didn't have air conditioning in your house, in our neighborhood, you couldn't sleep. That noise banging, banging, banging all night long. This year they must have had 12 generators there. Last year they had like 2. The noise is absolutely incredible. You absolutely could not sleep if you didn't have some kind of a way to keep all your windows closed. Then when they actually had the carnival, the noise increased and got worse and worse and worse. The decibel level was absolutely horrendous like that.
Both township officials and residents were satisfied that church representatives will look into the objections to prevent problems next year. Residents suggested the church move the carnival to the county fairgrounds next year, but church officials think that kind of move might be cost prohibitive. The next Township Council meeting is scheduled for Monday, August 8th in the municipal courtroom. For information about the council or upcoming meetings, call the Township Clerk's office at 390-6850.
I'm Peggy Ballister-Howells, and we're here at Blooming Acres looking at the cucumbers. Squash family plants are probably one of the most popular crops that backyard gardeners grow, and that would include things like cucumbers, zucchini, pumpkins, even melons. But I always get the same question, and I think it's probably time to explain to you that there's 2 kinds of flowers. There's boy flowers and girl flowers. And you got to have both if you're going to get a cucumber. And it's easy to tell them apart, but you have to look closely. Now here's a good one. This is a female flower right here, that nice little cucumber flower that's open. And if you look very closely, you can see, let's get this leaf out of the way here. You can see that there's a little tiny cucumber underneath the flower. That means it's a girl flower. Now, a boy flower doesn't have that. In the case of cucumbers, see if we can find a male here. It just has a very plain stem. Can you get in real close? It just has a very, here, we'll even take this one off and show you. You see, there's just the bottom of the flower, and then it goes into a very plain, straight stem. There's no little cucumber. Now, you absolutely have to have both. They don't pollinate within themselves. And the bees come along and they go inside the male flower, and then they fly over to a female flower and carry the pollen. It's the same on zucchinis and pumpkins and watermelon. Now, once in a while you'll see that you have both flowers and you don't get any fruit. That can be because the weather's so hot that the bees aren't active. But in most cases it means that you have male flowers which come out first and the female flowers haven't come out yet. But if you're really in trouble and you really think you have a problem, just whip out your paintbrush. And if you go inside the center of a male flower and just dab around in there, you'll get a little bit of pollen on the end of the brush. You then go and touch a female flower and think like a bee, and you'll have a cucumber before you know it. I'm Peggy Ballister-Howells. We'll see you here at Blooming Acres next week.
The 90s are not the 60s. In a world this dangerous, there's no such thing as a harmless drug. Talk to your kids about marijuana.
The first members' meeting of the Crystal Springs Family Aquatic Center was held last Friday at 11 a.m. In keeping with the philosophy that members matter most, 2 more meetings have been planned for the '94 season. The meetings are intended to enable Crystal Springs members to help the Recreation and Parks Advisory Board in planning for the future of the Aquatic Center. Friday evening, Dean Rayside, Eugene Schlossberg, and Jen Schultz of the Teen TV crew conducted an impromptu survey among the younger visitors to the center and found that almost 90% had no complaints.
So, how do you like this park?
It's very nice. It's enjoying and relaxing.
Is it everything you expected it to be?
Yeah, except for not swimming in the old lake.
Yes, I think it's very fun, you know. They included everything that they said they were going to.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Do you like to see anything changed?
No, not really.
It's a lot of fun, and it's a great time. It's a great place to be with your friends and hang around with them, I think.
Would you like to see anything improved?
Not really. It's got a lot of fun things for all ages, and I think it's great just the way it is.
I think it's fun.
James, has this park lived up to your expectations?
Not really.
Why don't you like it?
Because, like, there's not much shade, and you get, like, a lot of sun in your eyes and stuff like that.
Not really. It's pretty boring here. Okay, guys, so did you like this place?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
The water slides.
The lazy river.
What about it?
You can just sit down on it, relax. You can get a tan, and you meet new people on it.
Oh, new people. That must be very interesting. Who'd you meet so far?
I met Brian and Chris and Eddie. The slides.
Yeah, the slides, definitely.
I like the slides.
I like the slides. It's fun.
I like the lazy river because you can relax on it and, like, just sit there for a while.
And how often do you come to the park?
About 3 times a week.
I like the lazy river because you could just relax and stuff and do whatever you want.
How often do you come here?
About every day. Is there anything you would like to see changed?
We'd like a bigger lap pool and more water slides. Well, they're having a team party tonight, and that would be fun if they had a lot more of those.
Maybe, like, an area where they have, like, a basketball court or something. More umbrellas, and they shouldn't have cut so many trees down.
Basketball courts, maybe?
I think they should, like, make more water slides so the lines aren't as long.
Swimming in the old lake like last year.
More pools? More shade?
Yeah, it's basically geared toward younger children, and I'd like to see maybe more pools, deeper pools, diving board, maybe basketball court.
What do you think of the water slide?
Well, it's pretty fast. I like the white one more than the blue one.
Would you like to see any changes?
Yeah, I'd like to see them being longer.
And would you like to see any other changes with the park?
Well, probably bigger pools, more of them. Probably another lap pool or so more people can swim.
If you are a member and would like your opinion to influence the future of Crystal Springs, speak up at one of the 2 upcoming meetings. They'll be held Sunday, August 14th at 3 p.m. and Thursday, September 22nd at 7 p.m.
For 35 years, Children's Summer Theater has been giving performances. Every Friday morning, a new production hits the stage at the East Brunswick High School auditorium for 2 performances at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Last Friday, they performed an original play by director Elliot Taubenslag, The Golden Goose.
Surely there's a way out for
boy wakes up, he'll think it ran away. But be careful.
Alright, bring it over here. I'm stuck. I can't. Ollie, you can't do anything right. Papa! Help us! They can do anything but...
Girls, this is no time for games.
Oh, I get it. It's a game. I love games. Games? It's a game. It's a game. It's not time for this game. I'm going to go. Make the princess laugh.
It's a game.
Maybe she would like to play the game with us.
What's happening here? Are you mad to know?
Lord Mayor, we're stuck. Help us.
That's ridiculous. All you have to do is...
We'll close this week's show with the sounds of Eagle Creek. The band was the third to perform in the township's 1994 summer concert series. The concerts are scheduled for Monday nights at the Municipal Gazebo, but this week's rain moved the performance into the library. Next Monday's show will be the last in this year's series and will feature the music of African, Caribbean, and Latin American cultures performed by Spirit Ensemble. The concerts are co-sponsored by the East Brunswick Arts Commission and the Division of Recreation, and they're free. Thanks for watching this week.